Yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, going to be talking about the Super Bowl 55 in particular, happening next year in 2021 for the 2020 season. That was really confusing to say. 49ers, this year in particular, this offseason, they are Super Bowl contenders. At this point last year, if you were to ask anybody were the 49ers Super Bowl contenders, you would be laughed off the face of the earth if you said yes. I believe they were some way, shape, or form. I thought they were going to make at least the playoffs. They proved everybody wrong, made it to Super Bowl 54, almost won it if it was like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Anyways, that's another time for another story. This year in particular, they have a lot of expectations. They have to get back to the Super Bowl essentially, and I think they will at least win Super Bowl 55. They have a great roster. They have a great coaching staff. Going to talk all about that, giving you the top 3 reasons why they are Super Bowl contenders for 55. I keep doing this video every single year around this time of the year for every championship matchup with 49ers. They proved me right essentially last year, so hopefully they prove me right again in 2020. That will have that Super Bowl hangover like the Rams, because that would be a terrible feeling. Anyways, going to get the video started. Hope you guys had a great Friday. The weekend's coming up. Please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help you out a lot. If you're watching this during the video, share this content, share the channel with fellow Niner faithfuls. Always share. I keep saying that. I know that sounds repetitive every video, but it really does help me if you guys do share this content with other people, because that's going to grow my channel even more. Bell notification, as always, please click that bell notification to get alerted of my future videos as well. Let's just get this started. 49ers, top 3 reasons why the team is Super Bowl contenders for Super Bowl 55. Number 3, the roster got better. You're wondering, why are you saying that? The 49ers, essentially what they did in this offseason was replace players. You look at the moves that they done from trades to the draft. Trent Williams is there to replace Joe Staley. Brandon Ayuk is there to replace Emmanuel Sanders, and Javon Kinlaw is there to replace DeForest Buckner. Really, they were just swapping players more for salary cap reasons. If we didn't have the salary cap, we probably wouldn't have gotten these players in the first place. I have high hopes for these players that I just mentioned. I have high expectations. I think they're going to do well. Williams, he's going to have a great offensive line to work around him. Kinlaw, I'm pretty much the most excited to see as a rookie and anybody new to the 49ers. I think he's going to do great for us in San Francisco for the defensive line. He might be even better than DeForest Buckner. I know that's a lot to say, but a lot of you guys can agree with me that you guys have very high hopes for him. Hopefully he does well. Ayuk, Emmanuel Sanders, he's replacing him. Hopefully he does a great job in his rookie campaign, like Deebo Samuel. A lot of things that they did this offseason to replace players, maybe add some players as well, role players. But for the most part, the 49ers, they didn't really need to do too much in this offseason. I think that's only the reason why they only replaced players, because they feel like the roster is good enough to go back to the Super Bowl. This is it right here. 49ers roster looking great. Number 2, being hungry to get back to the Super Bowl. After Super Bowl 54, oh man, it was a little bit thin air, because losing the Super Bowl the way they did, they almost won it. They were a couple of minutes away from winning that Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they kind of let it slip out of their hands. They did not win it. Kansas City, got to give them a lot of credit for coming back, but at the same time, San Francisco, they left their foot off the gas just a little bit because they thought they won it. You don't do that to Patrick Mahomes and company. Anyways, Super Bowl 55, I think the 49ers, they're very motivated to get back to the Super Bowl. Their roster, as I mentioned in my number 3 segment, pretty much intact. That's going to bode well for them to keep that Super Bowl roster together again in a tough salary cap era. That's a really good sign for them. Also, just look at the talent from offense to defense. There's no question that I think we have the best talent in football, from the quarterback position. Some of you guys have questions about him, all the way to our defense, to our coaching staff. There's nothing that can stop this team from going back to the Super Bowl except themselves. Hopefully they're using the Super Bowl 54 loss not as a devastation, but as a motivator to get back to it and win it all. It's very difficult. Not a lot of teams do it. The last team to ever do it was the Patriots in 2018, and then even before that, I think the Dolphins in the 1970s. But yeah, it's not easy to get back to the Super Bowl after losing it. 49ers, hopefully they do it, and they'll do a great job. Number 1, the biggest reason why the 49ers are Super Bowl 55 contenders in 2020 is their defense. I mean, really, is there anything to talk about? This defense is absolutely dominant. I'm going to go back to Super Bowl 54. I hate going back to this one because we lost it, but you look at their defensive performance for most of the game, they absolutely dominated Kansas City. 2 interceptions against Patrick Mahomes. That does not happen too often. Being able to put a little bit of pressure on him. Nick Bosa was almost dominant in that game in his first Super Bowl, his first rookie year in the NFL. I expect them to keep it up in 2020. Hopefully they don't get gassed out anytime soon. The injuries are the biggest concern for me, in my opinion, for this 49er defense. But other than that, Javon Kinlaw, Eric Armstead, D4, Nick Bosa, DJ Jones, Ronald Blair, all these guys, they got to eat up all day, sack the quarterback, get to the quarterback, and hopefully our linebacking core can shore up tackles. Their defensive backs, they need a little bit of work, but I believe that they're going to get a little bit better than they were last year. I mean, they weren't too bad for the most part. I think people are getting a little too crazy on our defensive backs, but at the same time, they could use a little bit of work. Defensively, they are the biggest reason why we're Super Bowl 55 contenders. They got us to the Super Bowl. They helped us almost win the Super Bowl. Hopefully they can end it this year in 2020 with the Super Bowl trophy because of them, because they are absolutely dominant. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about Super Bowl 55. Are the 49ers contenders? Please let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up tomorrow, probably on a Saturday, when I talk about defensive backs, start, cut, bench. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day. Hot boys. Probably do an instant premiere. I'll let you guys know in the comments tonight.